third-year medical student at Wake Forest University School of Medicine. In the past 3 years, I've learned a lot about the human body, and I've also obtained a lot of clinical experience and learned how much physicians depend on basic science every day. This is really just the beginning of my learning, because being a good physician requires a lifetime of learning. And a medical school with the legacy and promise to make it happen.
In the 100 years of our history at Wake Forest School of Medicine, there are three fundamental characteristics that have defined our medical school. The first is a great culture of clinical excellence. The second is a very creative, almost entrepreneurial spirit. We can make things happen here. And the third thing is the richness of our science and scholarship.
The culture that has been created here, or has evolved here, or has been, with which we have been graced some way, I don't know, is just a very, very unique and valuable culture.
People are just really excited about what they're doing, and I think it really shows, especially when they take the time to take us students aside and show us something new.
It's a school where education is important, and the faculty really take that responsibility very seriously, and the students know that.
It began in 1902 with 13 students and 1 teacher. Wake Forest College, located near Raleigh, began offering a 2-year medical program. Almost 40 years later, the School of Medicine became a 4-year institution and moved to Winston-Salem, thanks to an endowment from Bowman Gray Sr., a former chairman at R.J. Reynolds Tobacco.
When Thurman Kitchen, who was the president of Wake Forest College and a physician, and Coy Carpenter were involved in negotiating the deal, they went up to visit Alan Gregg, who ran the medical desk at the Rockefeller Foundation, and said, what could they do with this $750,000 to start a new 4-year program? And he said, it can't be done. You need $10 million to start a new medical school. He said, what you ought to do is take the $750,000 and go back and improve your 2-year program in the college at Wake Forest. And what he didn't see was this absolute faith that these 2 guys had, that they could do it. And by gum, they did it.
Since moving to Winston-Salem in 1941 and partnering with North Carolina Baptist Hospital, the School of Medicine has had many notable accomplishments. In 1943, the first graduating class made 2 of the 3 highest grades on the state medical board examinations. During the late 1950s and early 1960s, the school greatly expanded its facilities. In 1970, 3 new buildings were added to the campus.
Most people didn't have automobiles, and most of the students couldn't afford to have cars, so we basically spent all of our time right here up on the hill. Ate here, slept here, went to school here, dated here, and go to Greensboro was a big deal.
In September 2002, the School of Medicine began a year-long celebration to commemorate 100 years of service to the world. The centennial had been made more significant by a groundbreaking announcement in August.
What has been identified is an initial landmass study site of approximately 180 acres, on which a major mixed-use biotechnology research park could be developed. To put this announcement into perspective, we anticipate that this park, when it reaches maturity over the next 15 years or so, can mean more than 10,000 new jobs for Winston-Salem.
We are celebrating their centennial celebration of being a medical school of Wake Forest University at a moment in our history that is profoundly exciting about our future.
The world of medicine is changing rapidly. Advances in communication, computer technology, research, and medical technology present both challenges and opportunities for the future of the School of Medicine.
The explosion in medical knowledge is coming from several revolutions that are all occurring at the same time. The information technology revolution is allowing people to learn what has been learned, to discover, transmit what has been learned more quickly.
Wake Forest is striving to stay ahead of the curve in technology and access to resources that I know for a fact other medical schools to date have just not been able to do.
Everything that they do is computerized. They get all of their lectures on computer. They get all of their casework on the computer.
You can actually go into the hallway outside of your patient's room and access current journals, access medical websites, and find the answer to your question there.
With information management playing such a vital role in the future of the School of Medicine, the goal is to develop and harvest intellectual capital.
Medicine needs to be continuously searching for enhanced methods to care for people. To the degree that we can breed intellectual curiosity and marry that intellectual curiosity with the caring for mankind, then we will have reached the right equation.
All of the finest academic medical centers in the country have a strong emphasis in research. Medicine is exploding. The knowledge behind the practice of medicine is exploding. If you're not actively involved in the research, you're not on the cutting edge providing excellent clinical care, in my opinion.
People know that they want to go to a place where there's good research going on, so that's definitely attractive to students. There's no question about that. They want to be involved in the forefront of medicine, and the research that we do now is going to pave the way as far as how they will practice in the future, and it's nice to be involved in that from the beginning.
When you have research that's starting out grassroots and then making it to the table, I think the students really appreciate all of that. And we're lucky to have students at every place in our research arena.
So we're in a great position to be able to expand our research base, expand the contribution we're making to the technology, knowledge of the world, without losing the wisdom and compassion of taking college students and turning them into young doctors who really care about what they're doing.
I think the possibilities are boundless. And I think that's one of the very exciting things, is that the faculty that are here and the faculty that are being recruited are going to become part of the second century of medicine at Wake Forest. And the first century brought much success to the school and in terms of improvement of patient care, research, education. The second century will build on that, and I think if we were sitting here 100 years from now, we would be truly amazed at what will be accomplished in the next 100 years.
I am the future of medicine.
I am the future of the Wake Forest University School of Medicine.
By the time I begin my practice,
the medical world will be very different.
But I will be prepared.
I will know more about patients
and how to help them.
I will have better tools to diagnose problems
and seek solutions faster.
I will know more about medicine.
Because I know you can never stop.
You can never stop.
You can never stop.
You can never stop learning.
And I will be a graduate of the Wake Forest University School of Medicine, a school for life.
A school for life.
A school for life.